Hello, welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev, Sunday Night Live. Welcome YouTube viewers. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And this is a replay from Sunday night. So we will get started in 2 minutes. I start promptly on Facebook on Sunday nights at 7. So we're just waiting now for people to get the notification and come on board. Welcome everyone. Hi Carrie. Hi Candy. How are you? Welcome everybody. Another week starting. I hope you had a good weekend. Hey my friend Roseanne, how are you? We had a very quiet weekend. We're still just recovering and hanging out. Hello, Jean. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome, everybody. So good to see your names. 1 more minute. I have a good little fold for you today, or a different type of card, actually. Irene, hi. It's called, I called it, I created it, I came up with it. I'm calling it a seed packet card. So this is going to be fun, I hope, for you. And hi, Cookie. Welcome, welcome. And so I'm hoping you have a good time here. Should be 7. Yep, right on the dot. Okay, again, welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. Let me get through a little housekeeping. I'm going to show you my host code. Thank you to everyone who's ordered from me this month already. Hi, Julia. And there is my information if you need to get a hold of me. Feel free to email me, and there's my YouTube channel. If you have any friends that would like to watch my videos but they don't have Facebook, they can go to YouTube. Been waiting and trying to stay awake. I know, boy, you are a good one staying awake that late, I'll tell you. Look at this card. Let me see. I'm going to show you this way. I got another birthday card. This is from my friend Liz. She is a sweetie pie. Look at all the embellishments and the way it opens up. Isn't that cute? So I wanted to share this card with you. Hi, Mary. Mary, did you get your card? Okay, so let me turn you down to my desk so I can announce the winner of Tuesday's card, and we'll get started with tonight's. Tighten you down, turn you around, and there we go. Let me see if I can get some more light here. My light's back a little bit. Hi, Joan, welcome. There we go. All right, so on Tuesday, I was using the cactus set. Cactus Cuties, I think is the name of them. I put them away so I don't remember their name exactly. And this cute little fold. So the winner, good, Mary. So the winner gets to pick between this card, and then I showed how I turned this cactus, this specific one, into a rooster. And so if the winner wants the rooster card instead of the cactus card, she can have that one. I didn't put anything on the top here. I'm going to leave it blank so you can put up here whatever sentiment you'd like if you pick that card. Let's see who the winner is. Miss Sheldon, you stayed awake. Yay! And now you're the winner. So you're going to tell me which card you would like, the rooster or the cactus, and I will mail that off to you. I do have your address, so you don't need to send that to me. I just need to know which one you want. Okay, and then I'm going to remind you, if you're new here, that I have a prize of the month. Anyone that orders from me within the month of February will be entered into a drawing, and if your name is randomly picked, you will win this set of folders. Hi, Karen. Okay, so let's get started. This card that I'm making, let me see here. Can't get down to my ruler, but that's okay. is 11 by 4 1/4 in size. And this is going to be the base of the card. Then you're just going to need a strip of cardstock, and this is just a scrap, and I'm using this for my sentiment. I have a piece of scrap, very vanilla, so I can stamp on the scrap, or so I can cut out my dies on the scrap. Then the colors I'm using are Rich Razzleberry, so there is a border base for the inside of the card at 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then the layer piece on that is just over 5 1/8 by, what is that? 3, just under 3 1/2. So it can layer right on here like this. So you're going to go down either 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16, whichever you prefer. This is going to be the inside of my card. Okay, so those are the pieces that I need of cardstock. And then in advance, I stamped an envelope. And I used a little bit of Wink of Stella on the envelope just to fancy it up a hair. Okay. Put these all back in here so I don't lose anything. I'm using, with this set, the painted label dies. The painted label dies are so pretty. And these are the ones I'm not using, but I want to show you. Hi, Janet. The dies in this set that I am using. I'm using 4 of them. This one and this one. Okay. They're all in my magnetic bowl, so I can have them when I'm ready to use them. I am also using the bundle, Flowering Rain Boots, and the Rain Boots dies. Hi, Annie. And I am using the die to cut out the tulips and the leaves here that go with the tulips on this one card today. On Tuesday, I'll use different ones. Again, I'm using the prize of the month. And I've been using the stripe folder on the cards, the samples I'm going to show you. So I think I'll use the splatter and see what that looks like tonight. And I'm using the brushed brass butterfly. Hi, Patty. Welcome. And then I'm using some baker's twine. And I get my baker's twine usually from my paper pumpkins. The paper pumpkins comes with baker's twines a lot, so I pull all those out, put them in with my ribbons, and this time I'm using this one tonight. Rich Razzleberry ink, Soft Succulent ink, and Soft Suede ink. Okay. Let me show you the sample, and let's see what you think. Here is the front of the card, and oh, I forgot to mention that I am using some brads. Here's the front of the card, and it is closed with brads and the baker's twine, and that's why I call it a seed packet. It reminds me of what you get seeds in, and it opens up like this, and you can pull out the card that you want to write on. I love this because it's a way that you can send a card. It does fit in an envelope. Thank you for the hearts. But it's also great if you're sending a check. Hi, Debbie. It's great if you're sending a gift card because it's a good size envelope in itself. But yet it's a card. Now, I said this fits in an envelope, and it does. This specific one is a little bit longer because I wanted it to be over the lip of the card. So if you want it to fit in the envelope correctly without folding this down, you're just going to bring this down. So the one I'm going to make tonight, I'm going to bring down. Wow, thank you guys for all the hearts and the thumbs up. Now, I love this closure like this, just back and forth into the brads to close it up. And then I leave a little bit at the top that hangs over so the person has an invitation to open it up. Okay, so let me show you how I made this. The time you spent with them is way more important. Great memories being made. My granddaughters and I played with all the new stamp stuff I got. How fun! Oh, yes, I think this is unique. I love seed packets, and I was thinking if you wanted to put actual seeds in here, you could just put them in a little cell bag, seal that up with tape, and then put the seeds in here and send seed packets. And you can use your alphabet sets to put seeds. I mean, there's just all kinds of things you can do with this. So let's just get you started on how to make it, and then you can run with it. Hi, Pam. Okay, so let me start. Oh, and then I'm going to show the envelope, which I already showed you once, but see how cute that is together? Okay. So I am going to start with the inside of the card. Hey, Virginia, thanks for coming. And I am going to use the watering can. Now, my watering can looks like it's been through, I don't know how many times. Because it has, I like to experiment. And I knew I wouldn't ruin it with my experiments, but I knew it was going to look like it had been through an experiment. So that's why it's so dark the way it is. I was doing all kinds of things. I was embossing the watering can. I was stamping on tin. I was just going crazy. I haven't found anything I really like yet. With the watering can that was in my mind that didn't work out quite as I was hoping. But what I do love is how it's stamped just on paper. So this is the soft suede I'm using. And then I'm going to talk to you about how to get the flowers to look like they're popping out of the boots without masking. You see how pretty that is? The shading's in there and everything. You just have to ink it up and stamp it in any color you want. Okay, so what I found, and because I'm going to be teaching you this seed packet card, I did some of the die cutting of some of the flowers and stuff in advance just to shorten the video, the live a little bit. Okay, so on here, I think I'm going to show you this. So in this die, in the rain boots, there's 2 sets of leaves and stems, and then there's a little separation, and then there's 4 more. And it's meant for all these tulips to fit right on there just like that. And it's absolutely adorable. For the watering can, it's too wide. This is for the boots. But if you want your tulips to come out of the watering can also, there's a way you can do that. I am just going to take my snips and I am going to cut the little 2-pack off. And now I could use either the 4 or the 2. In this case, I'm going to use the 2, and the same with the tulips. So just do a little bit of surgery and you can make them fit in the watering can. Okay. So I take my paper trimmer and I put my layer piece and the watering can right on my trimmer, and I try to get the track of the trimmer onto the mouth of the watering can in the same spot as I can. My finger is going to keep the ruler up so I can slide the cutting blade down, and I can look and see if I'm in the area I want to be, and then I just slide a little bit. And on that one I went too high, of course. So I'm going to do it again. Okay, that one's perfect. You'll learn your stamp and you'll learn your trimmer if you make a boo-boo the first time. Excuse me. So now I can just put, oh, I didn't go, I went over the same place twice. I thought I went over this down lower, but I didn't. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to make a little slit. You can also do this with an X-Acto knife if using your trimmer scares you. I'm being brave on camera. When you're off camera, you won't make a boo-boo though. That's probably for sure. And then I just put a little bit of Scotch tape right there to hold the stems right in the can. But I like how it looks like the flowers are in the can instead of on the can or behind the can. I've been seeing some samples where the plants don't look like they're inside the can, and it's just my preference to make them look like they are. So that is going to go down flat since it's going to go onto the inside of the card. I don't want a bunch of dimensionals and things getting in the way of sliding in and out of my card. So then we'll just layer this, and I'm not going to put a sentiment now, just because you can choose the sentiment you would like for the occasion you're sending. All right, so the inside is done. Let's go to the outside. So again, this is 11 by 4 1/4, so it's a half of cardstock. It's a piece of cardstock cut in half. And then you're going to score it at 5 1/2, just like you're making a regular card exactly. But then I'm going to turn it on its long side, and I'm going to come up to the 1/4, and I am going to score all the way down. And I'm going to do that a couple of times to get a nice score line in there. Turn it around, and again, the same distance on the opposite side. Hi, Roz. Let me see. I missed something here. Great idea. I'm with you. Looks better with flowers in the watering can. Yeah, I think so too. And you can accomplish that with masking or with a slit, whichever you're more comfortable with. So here is the score line at 5 1/2. So I'm just going to bring that up and take my bone folder. See how it looks like a regular card at this point, and burnish. And then I'm going to fold over the edges that I scored and burnish. I've got all kinds of ideas for this type of a card, so I hope once I teach you how to make it that you come up with a bunch of ideas too. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, windows with the window sheets on the inside, you know, all different types of things, all different types of dies that would work on here. So now I'm just burnishing all my score lines to get it nice and flat. There's not even any cutting in this area. I didn't cut in this area. So before you put this together though, you want to use your folders and anything else, like punch your holes for your brads and that type of thing. So let me get my cut and emboss machine. And it was really cool when I realized that this folder would slide into this card perfectly. So this time I said I'm going to use the splatters because I've been using these stripes a lot. So even if you forget to use a folder, one of the narrow folders, and you put your card together first, it's still going to slide in there. It still fits. I'll show you. See that? It still fits in there perfectly. But I didn't forget, so I am just going to line it up. And see how it's got a little bit that it's not going to emboss on both sides. So I'm going to leave a little bit on the bottom too, so it'll have a frame all the way around it. Okay. Just get it straight though. Okay. Then we'll go through. What's wrong here? Oh, didn't take one of my plates off. I'm like, why won't it go through? Had too many plates on it. Okay. Okay, and since I have my machine, we're going to do the cutting out too. So here is the front of my card now with the splatters. Okay, so my scrap piece of paper. Take the folder and the platform out of the way. Put this back together. And there's my paper. So I'm going to cut out this one like I showed you, this one, and this one, and then I'm going to need 2 of this one. Okay, and I like that I can do them all at once. So let's go through. Okay. That, and this one. But I need to do this one again. And it's in the die, so I'm going to use my piercing tool and take it out. And do one more. Okay. All right, these dies are so pretty. You know what, I think it came out really all by itself. These dies are so pretty. I just don't even know what dies are not pretty though. They all are great. You can do so many different things with them. So this is a silicone craft mat. I'm going to use some glue right now. So I don't want to get it everywhere. So I'm going to use the mat. And I want to show you up close that this die has, let me see if I can get it in the light. Can you see the line down there? So it's kind of framed out. Okay, so this is where I'm going to add these guys to completely change the look of this die. Look how pretty and lacy it becomes once you add these. So I don't know if you thought about doing that or not. So I want to make sure that I taught you to do that. Okay. So let's use the precision glue here. And just stick a little line right on the edge. Same on the other side. And then I will add these on here and let them dry a minute. Isn't that pretty? Such a difference. You know me and lacy lace. Okay, I'm going to let that dry before I fold it in half. I need to fold that in half. So let's come over to here and let's punch out this one. And this is just another layer of lace that I like to do all my work. And then this one, it can be a wreath, it can be a bird's nest, it can be many things. Let's just pull that one out. And most of the pieces came out by themselves, so that was easy. There's two hanging in there. There we go. Okay. So now that I have all my pieces, I can start to assemble this card. First, I'm going to fold this in half, and you can do one of two things. You can just fold it in half with your hands, or you can go to your paper trimmer and score. The last time I scored, this time I'm going to see what happens if I just fold it in half. Yep, that works fine too. I'm being careful because this is not dry yet. And that's going to be the closure to the top of my seed packet. Now, I told you that this fits into an envelope, but with this part, if you decide to put it on, see on my first one, I put it over. So in order for it to fit in the envelope perfectly, you want to lower it to be right on the edge there like that. Okay, let me show you. See how this one's over just a hair? So this one's not going to be. So I'm going to glue this down to my flap. And now I'm going to go to my piercing mat, and I'm going to add my brad. Again, you can add your brad afterwards, but it's a whole lot easier if you add your brads now. So just make a hole with your piercing tool. Pick the brad you like. I have older brads from way back when, and I just picked a light green color. And then just turn it over and open up the legs, leaving it a little bit loose because we have to get that baker's twine to weave in there. Isn't that cute already? All right, now you want to go to your card packet, and we're going to lay this on here so we can measure where we want to make the hole for this brad. So see what I mean about it being easier if you don't put your packet together first? You do this stuff first. Okay. Same thing. Just open up the legs. All right. Now, with my two flaps here, I'm going to add glue. And I'm going to add it on both sides just to make sure it's super strong. And then I'm just going to close it up. And I'm going to have a seed packet looking card. Now, if you do make one of these, and you can text me or private message me a picture, I would love to see it, because like I said, there are just so many things you can do with this. Now this is going to take a minute to dry. So I'm going to take my hand. Oh, I only have one here. What happened to all my other ones? I'm going to take my little clothespin to help hold it there. But see how it's just together on the sides. And because we have two seams glued together, it gives your pocket more width. So now I can take glue on the back side of this tab here. And then just stick it down right up to the fold line. Try to center it as best you can. And then we have that glued on the back. Okay. Now we're going to take this piece here and glue that down for a nice little base for your flowers. So it's really simple once you have the envelope made. Very, very simple. And like I said, I already cut out my leaves and things for you. So what did I do? Oh, I cut both of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this one then, since I cut both of them, I'm going to glue this one down. Set it in the middle. And then I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm using the edges of my dimensionals, and I am going to take the flowers. All of them fit on here except for this last one, so I'm going to do a little more surgery again. And then put dimensionals behind it and stick them on. So just cut up your edges like this. We don't want to waste those. Those are really good dimensionals. Stick them on, pull off the paper backing, and then add it to your card. Okay, I see one here that I can add maybe. The one I did surgery on, I may be able to add it. Yep, I can. Don't want to waste a flower if I don't have to. Stick that right in there and give it even more dimension because one is down low and the rest are popped up high. And there's also daisies in this set too. So I'm going to work with those. Oh, I have a sample with this to show you tonight. That's what it is. All right, so to keep this shut, we're just going to take our baker's twine. I'm going to take about 13 inches. And I am going to just start at the top and tie a little knot to get it hooked onto that one brad. Then cut off this excess here. Okay. And now you can weave it around the brads, figure 8. And keep it closed like that. And like I said, you want to leave a little leg to invite your friend to unwrap. Okay, so for the sentiment, I have a long piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to go back to my Rich Razzleberry. And I have all my stamps out. I'm going to pick the same one. Every storm that comes also ends. That is something a lot of people need to hear. I'm going to stamp that on here. A little bit away from the edge because I'm going to flag them. And then just make your flag tails. Thank you guys for the hearts and the thumbs up. That was real. I saw them a minute ago. You're awful quiet. No questions? Do you like this idea? I think, like I said, I think it's great for gift cards, money, checks, photos, that type of thing. So we just come over. Because this, because the leaves are kind of just floating in the air, I chose to put my sentiment there, and I just glued it down flat. You know, you can write a letter and hand it to somebody, something, you know, more than what's on the card, because this envelope, this seed packet, just is deep and holds quite a bit because of the, see that, how big it opens up? So then you can just add your watering can. Excuse me. Slip it right in there. Close it up. I'm amazed on how easy this is and how quick you can make this card. I have to lay it down when I do this part, because if I don't, then I keep missing. And then I want to show you. Okay, it's not going to stay, and I've maybe got one too many here. Bring my brad up a little bit. There we go. And then I want to show you how it does fit in the envelope, so you can mail this off if you'd like. Now, if you're going to take this to a birthday party or some type of function where you're going to see the recipient in person, you don't even have to use an envelope, because it's kind of an envelope in itself, right? The card slips out. So let me show you another sample. Here's the daisies I was talking about. It's also in the set. And rain or shine, I'm here for you. Now, I forgot to put a little butterfly on this one. So I got to go back, because you got to see, it really makes a difference, doesn't it? And look at what I used here. I used these circle dies for the closure. And these brads are super cute, but I ran out of those, so I didn't have any more. So I'm using what I have. And then, can you see the difference in this one from these two? Can you see the sponging? So I just took my blending brush, the Early Espresso, and I didn't add any ink to it. It's dry, so this is extremely subtle. That's why I'm asking if you can see it. You could definitely add more ink to your brush so you can see the blending and the antiquing more. But I liked it very subtle. So there's just that little bit of difference there. You can see it more here. Well, there you go. Another whole idea for you, I hope. I came up with this the other day, and I was tickled pink with it. So this envelope would match with any of the cards. They're fun to make, they're fun to give, and I think the person you give it to will enjoy receiving it as well. Any questions, ladies? No? Okay. Oh, you know what? I see a lot of comments here now. My comments were not scrolling, so that's why I said you guys are being very quiet. But now I see a ton of comments, so I'll have to go read them. I heard the daisy can be punched from the cloud punch. Yes, I think that's right, because I punched one. Where is it? Is it out here? I punched one, and I remember thinking, Patty, that looks like a cloud. So I bet you it could. Yeah, good idea. All right, no questions. I'm going to let you go. I didn't have you forever and a day this time. See you on Tuesday. All right, bye-bye.